And we are live coming to you from Pete Edwards Field, the site of the NHSA National Championship. The Ezekiel Academy Knights going to be taking on the Freedom Cowboys. These two teams matched up earlier in the season. The Freedom Cowboys coming out the better of the two sides. They chalked up one of the two losses that Ezekiel have on their record, but from then on for Ezekiel, it's been mostly an upward trend, beating Evangel in the state championship last week. A very well-contested game, but the Knights worthy winners, and they defended their state championship title very well. We will see how these two teams match up today. I believe also the Knights had a couple of injuries in that first matchup. This time we seem to have a fully healthy Knights team, even with players like Bradley Bumgarner dealing with a few kind of lagging injuries. They all seem to be ready to go. How is it from your view, Daryl?
I think it's a beautiful day for football. We picked the right place and we picked the right time. I think the Knights are poised to compete for a national championship, and they're going to compete at 100%. They've really reeled off, 6-7 games in a row where they weren't necessarily complete games, but they were complete enough to beat the competition.
Oh, absolutely.
They got manhandled at Freedom Cowboys earlier, so this is also going to be a redemption game.
I think, and you can take a look as we've got a good eye view of Pete Edwards Field here down in Panama City Beach, Florida. Like I said, it's perfect weather out today. This field, maybe a little bit worse for wear, a few little bits of sand and whatnot out there, but all in all, definitely going to be a good venue and hopefully a good matchup between these two teams. Like you said, Daryl, for Ezekiel, it's maybe a little bit more of a redemption game. That first game, it really was one of the few games that we saw Ezekiel play that they deserved to lose that game. And
they lost 2 games in a row. And after the loss to Lighthouse in a very controversial game, it was very difficult for the Knights but the defense really set the tone, and they've set the tone for the rest of the season. If they've been very strong, they haven't given up a lot of points, and they've been competitive in every game.
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
The offense, you can't say offense for the Knights without saying Corey Murphy.
Yeah.
And he has been not only the danger man, he's been the workhorse. He's done everything that he should do and scored multiple touchdowns. He is the offensive MVP amongst a host of great offensive players that we have. I believe we are poised to compete for a national championship.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we've got a few little pregame looks for us in this game. I know we've got an interview with Coach Hunter and then a couple highlights. We'll go ahead and cut over to that interview with Coach real quick.
All right, Coach. We really didn't get to talk the other night. A lot of excitement going on, but second state championship. Tell me your thoughts right off the top of your head.
Yeah, hey, sorry I missed the interview. I got the text as we were in the middle of the trophy thing, so I apologize for that. But, yeah, the other night I thought it went great. We got down early. Just offensively, things weren't clicking, but I was extremely proud of our guys for kind of hanging in there, taking their punches, and then kind of throwing a few of our own and staying in the game plan and executing. And, you know, it was a hard fight all the way till the end, but I was extremely proud to see our guys fight through that. It's really the first bit of adversity that we fought through and won, so it's a great feeling to have that, win the state championship, and then get that kind of going into the weekend. Yeah,
you mentioned tonight just the athletes you have, and at the beginning of the season, hey, we have athletes, but we need to have heart. And you said that game right there is they came out and showed what they had.
Right, yeah. I mean, we knew all year that we had some talented players. We had some new players that had never played the sport before, and then like you said, we had some guys who were kind of playing as individuals, but I feel like kind of the first Evangel game all the way to now, we've had guys buy in and start to play their role. And then one thing is we have some guys coming back from injury this weekend. So, you know, our leading receiver didn't get to play the last game, so that'll be a good thing. You know, we're looking forward to weapons all over the field. Hopefully Peyton can get the ball out and utilize all these weapons. I've been extremely impressed with Peyton and the way he's kind of learned the position as the year went on, and hopefully it's clicking at the right time. There's still things we can work on, still things we're working on every day. But, hey, I think he's in a good spot. If he'll just continue to play the way he's capable of, he'll continue to have a good year. for overall, second state championship. But my first year, you know, they handed me the reins and said, we don't know if we're going to have enough people for you, so just be ready in case we do. And we've grown substantially since then, and it's all through the support of parents and a lot of the players and their families have really helped us grow. The athletic department, Ricky Ventures has done a really good job of helping us with some resources and things, and really using the resources the parents provide for us. But yeah, I mean, I would just tell players who are interested, homeschooling is a great avenue. That's something I've learned over the 3 years, and Ezekiel gives you a great opportunity to still interact, compete, and grow as an individual. And I think you're seeing that more so now. People are comfortable sending their kids out here to play and homeschool. So, you know, I expect us to keep growing. Hopefully we can keep up with it as a school, but I expect this football team to keep growing, given the opportunity.
All right, Coach, congratulations. Good luck in Panama City.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
We see our interview with Coach Hunter there, obviously ready for this game. And then we've got a couple of highlights from the state championship game last week against the Evangel Lightning, also one of the teams attending this tournament. The Knights did a good job. They went out, put in a fairly good performance all around. It was a pretty well-rounded one. A couple mistakes, especially early on Peyton Leach threw an interception during that game, early on in that game, but we'll take a look at a few of the highlights from that game real quick. Early on, it was definitely tough for the Knights to get their feet under them. Evangel putting in a lot of pressure on the quarterback and the running back. Evangel did go up
trip set up to the
15-0 fairly quickly in that game.
Snap comes, screen.
Their danger man number 15 was definitely a nuisance for the Knights that game. That first touchdown coming off a little dump screen pass to him to that near side. And then Knights went 3 and out, and then the Lightning were able to capitalize again, this time on another long ball to number 15. That seemed to be a bit of a trend that night, but the Knights answered quickly with a long ball of their own. Matty Spackman was able to go in and haul in a deep touchdown pass, a well-thrown ball from Peyton Leach.
Lightning were guarding against the run all the time, and the long ball was open all day for Peyton Leach.
Absolutely. That's where the Knights really started to find their feet and get into an offensive rhythm. This time again, we'll see the Lightning able to march down the field. They did a really good job getting into scoring positions, but kind of punching in from inside the red zone was a little bit tough for them when they can't expand the field as much.
But here he comes, number 7.
That's going to be the man that Freedom are going to have to watch out for. Number 7, Corey Murphy, not only a big tank of a runner, but also incredibly fast, deceivingly fast, and all of his
one touchdown, 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns.
All of his work and effort this year, he won Mr. Football for the ACSC division, but Matty Spackman was the MVP of the game, had a couple of touchdowns to his name. That second deep ball, Peyton Leach also using his feet to get on the scoreboard. You kind of forget how dangerous of a runner he can be, especially when he is firing deep balls.
This time, number 7 gets behind the defense.
That was probably the most clutch touchdown of that game. It was a very tight game. That one right there just about sealed it, but the Lightning are not exactly a team to go away. They kept it close all the way down to the end, and then it came down to an onside kick recovered by Brendan Tormey, which sealed the victory for the Knights, and they defended their ACSC state championship. Here's that onside kick. A well-played one. Went through the hands of Christian Hester, but right into the waiting arms of Brendan Tormey, and that would finish that game off. We'll see if we get another game quite like that, Daryl. It was definitely one of the most exciting ones we've had all year, and it was definitely worthy of a state championship.
And the ACSC trophy comes back to the Knights again as they celebrate on the sidelines. They're really having the ball. There's some wet guys out there that got Gatorade dumps. It was a very, very good night for the Knights.
Yeah, Coach Hunter was the one leading the celebration. And, of course, got Gatorade bath. But he's not the only one. Coach Hunter Bowden as well got a bath right at the end of that game.
And there's the hardware. There's a trophy presentation.
But we know tonight, Daryl, it's not about the state championship anymore. It's about a national title, one that the Knights fell just short of last year, lost in the final against the Lightning. How do you expect them to come out here and approach it this weekend?
Well, the Knights have actually done very well, only losing that national championship. They beat the Lightning twice in this season, and they should be poised to beat them again. I believe they've kind of got the Lightning figured out, but these Freedom Cowboys are the ones that are going to have to deal with. Freedom was rushing straight up the field last go-around. They were bringing their ends. They got penetration. They made the Knights look bad early on, and they got ahead and never looked back. Yeah. And in order for us to beat this team, we're going to have to play mistake-free or mistake-few football.
Less mistakes.
Yes.
Yeah, I think winning the turnover battle will be one big thing for the Knights. And it's going to be hard against a team like Freedom, who don't really throw the ball unless they have to. They like to keep it on the ground. They like to use a lot of short passes and a lot of the option. They've got a very dangerous quarterback who can use his feet very well. So I think the Knights are really going to have to stay disciplined. Whenever you cover an option play, discipline is the key to it. You know, everybody rushing to the football.
Assignment football.
Absolutely. Everybody rushing to the football doesn't exactly bode well. And that'll also kind of play into the screen pass as well. You know, if you've got a guy who's always going to stay right on the heels of the tailback and one who's going to be right on the heels of the quarterback, you could be able to kill two birds with one stone there and slow down the screen pass game as well.
The Knights have not changed a lot of what they've done since they played the Freedom Cowboys. They've been very strong, and they've been able to play. They've been able to play very good defense as the captains walk out on the field to get the coin toss.
Yeah, the captains for the Freedom Cowboys are going to be Nathan Ogletree, Oliver Johnson. Looks like that's also going to be Tristan Martone, I hope I'm saying that right, and Joshua Butler. For the Knights, a few familiar faces out there. Hard to see the numbers, though. It looks like Miles Richardson is definitely the tallest one going to be out there. That might also be, looks like it could be Peyton Leach in the middle.
That is not. That is Isaiah Zorn
in the middle,
and that is Cecil Kuhn as the coin goes up in the air.
When we talk about injuries, we haven't had a lot for Ezekiel that have been really kind of season-ending, but I know Isaiah Zorn has definitely dealt with a couple of lasting injuries throughout this year. Hadn't had as much play time as he had last year when he and Peyton Patchell really did well to shut down any kind of offense going against them. But this year it's been the big number one, Miles Richardson, number 22, Peyton Patchell. Brennan Tormey's done a good job getting in on a lot of tackles.
And Maddie Spackman and Peyton Leach have been outstanding in the secondary. And let's not forget Elijah Ward in the secondary. The senior has just been clutch back there. The shortest man on the field jumps the highest every time when that ball's in the air.
And whenever you play in the secondary, I feel like the less they call out your name, the better. Because once you have guys locked down, just quarterbacks aren't going to throw that way. So the less camera time you have as a DB, I think the better of a job you're doing. Knights take the field. The Cowboys already on this near side, and they're blue and white. The Knights in the white, red, and black. This game gets set to kick underway. Ezekiel, the away side for this game, coming in at the number 3 seed, I believe. The Freedom Cowboys at the number 2. Grace Baptist, the team we haven't even seen yet this year, coming in at the number 1 seed.
Undefeated, actually.
Undefeated, yeah. Played a really good season this year. Even with what looks like, as far as Max Preps go, a very limited roster. And then the Evangel Lightning coming in at a very, maybe you didn't expect it at the beginning of the year, number 4 spot.
Absolutely. And I have seen 8-man football teams and 8-man football for many, many years. One year we played the national champion, which was Appling out of Georgia, and they had 11 men on their roster as the Knights take the field. Cowboys won the toss and deferred to the second half.
Kyle Sims is the man deep to return this one. Corey Murphy and Miles Richardson. Actually, I'm sorry, Corey Murphy and that looks like Maddie Spackman on the other side.
On the other side.
As the two kind of up guys. As we get set to kick this one off in the semifinal of the NHSA state or national championship down here in Panama City, Florida.
And these are homeschool athletes, most of them, and they're not mainstream athletes, but they play a really good brand of football.
Absolutely. There's a lot of guys out there who could go on and play at the next level if they. And it's going to take a hop and a skip, and it will go into the end zone, but only just. Jakala Sims was hoping and praying that one would go out for a touchback.
And not a good idea to let that ball roam free.
No, absolutely not. He had a lot of Cowboys running down on him.
Clock has not moved so far, but I can imagine that it was about 6 or 7, 12 minutes on the clock, and I guess they're going to keep the time on the field. We're going to try to keep clock on the score bug
as best we can.
As best we can.
And the Knights start out in the pistol formation. One thing we expect from the Cowboys is a lot of pressure early and often. Watched a little bit of the film last night when they played the Tennessee Heat, usually bringing 5 or 6 guys every single time. Matty Spackman going long, and he's got it. It's a foot race, and it could be a touchdown right off the bat for the Knights, and it will be. Matty Spackman takes it to the house.
75 yards on that one. Touchdown, Knights.
And I've got a little bit of a confession there, Daryl. Coach Hunter walked up here and told me that's the play that they were going to go with off the bat, and it worked out to perfection.
Well, don't tell anyone. Oh, wait a minute. Looks like there is some laundry on the field. What are we doing here?
And it looks like they're going to be walking this one back.
I did see the white hat raising his hands. So I'm not exactly sure what has gone on here with 11 minutes and 47 seconds. I think, are they switching ends?
They're actually kicking the extra points down here.
They're kicking the extra points on one end of the field. I guess you're going to get the walk of shame every time.
Every time, unless you decide to go for 2.
Unless you decide to go for 2, you're going to have to go up the field to get your extra point.
Yeah, could have been. My heart went in my throat there for just a moment there, Daryl.
I was about to get a little upset, but referees have not invoked our ire yet today. Yes.
We got a chance to sit and watch the Tennessee Heat and the Southern Prep Rangers, the game before this one. That's the Division II National Championship. As that kick is up and no good. They called it went a little bit wide as the Knights take a 6-0 lead. But watching the game before this one, the referees did a fairly good job calling that one.
Absolutely, and you love to see good officiating at these things, and we are giving these guys the benefit of the doubt. They're going to call a great game today. As the Knights get ready to kick it away for the first time, taking a quick 6-0. They struck fairly quickly. Drive summary is going to be easy on this one. One play, 75 yards to pay dirt.
Yeah, that's a way to start off for the game for the Knights. We'll see what the Cowboys come back and answer with. Cowboys lining up on their own side for the moment, but the referees getting them squared away. Knights did have a little bit of an injury scare right at the end of the Evangel game. Mac Mills, the extra point kicker, did go down with an apparent knee injury after he got hit.
I believe he is okay, though, because he went out there and kicked that extra point, not successfully, but he did kick it away.
And it's going to be Mac Mills again to kick this one away. Freedom looking for their first possession of this semifinal game.
And let's see what the Knights defense does.
As Mills steps up, going to kick this one a little bit low. Bit of a squib kick and well covered.
So that's going to be excellent field position for the Cowboys.
Yeah, we'll see how the Knights come out defensively. We know that the Cowboys love to run the option. I watched a little bit of the film, like I said last night against the Tennessee Heat. Love to run the option. They don't like to put it in the air unless they really do have to. So we'll see what kind of game plan they come out here with. Already down 6-0, so you know that they're going to respond. They're going to want to respond quickly.
And this Knights defense takes the field for the first time. Very successful for the last few days. The linchpin of the Knights' success.
Shotgun formation. And 2 men in motion. That should be illegal motion.
That should be illegal motion. 2 men cannot move at the same time. That should be. They're going to say that's offsides.
Or offsides, rather, neutral zone. And it's going to make it a first down and 5. This time.
And here we go with referees.
Lone setback and 3 men in motion.
Again, 2 men, 3 men in motion now at the same time.
Snap comes, the high snap, well brought down. They run right up the middle. Initially bounced back, but going to pick up a handful on that one as the Knights do a good job to bring him down quickly. Going to be a second down and short.
It's going to get about 3.5. Good blocking in the middle by the Freedom Cowboys.
We'll watch that again on the replay. Knights do a good job to get a push on the line there. Some good blocking up front, but just not a big push from the Freedom Cowboys.
Second and about 2.
And that's just going to have to be disciplined on the snap. You know, whenever you have a lot of guys moving in motion, it looks like the ball snap, but just going to have to watch the football. And again, a man in motion. The snap comes. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. Tries to bounce it to the outside. Ball's on the ground.
Ball's on the ground.
Nobody realized it.
No one realized it.
That could have easily been Ezekiel Knight's football, but it's going to instead end up a first down for Freedom.
Freedom Cowboys making a pretty good drive with a couple of mistakes there.
A couple of high snaps and that fumble. That could have easily been Knight's ball, but
no one even looked around for that one.
Being on this home side, usually you'll get guys on the sideline yelling that there's a fumble on the field, so the Knights on the other side maybe just couldn't hear that the ball was on the ground, and it stayed there for a long time.
Come the Cowboys. It's going to be 1st and 10 on the 47-yard line of the Knights.
Time lined up in the shotgun. Snap comes, handoff up the middle. He's going to have a good gain on that one.
Blocking.
Yeah, good push up front by the Cowboys that time. Miles Richardson, Isaiah Zorn was the last man there. They're going to give it forward progress after about 6. Going to bring up a second down and a long 3.5, maybe 4. Cowboys trying to piece together a drive. The Knights with their quick strike offense. Cowboys eating a little bit more time off this clock now.
Cowboys started on their own 42-yard line.
Snap comes, handoff up the middle, tries to bounce it outside now, and it could be a foot race to the corner. Good blocking downfield, but eventually brought down. A good job by Jakal Sims. He got drawn in initially to that run play up the middle, but did a good job to get back outside and contain that one just enough to keep that one from going all the way to the house.
That was a play before. That's the fumble that you're seeing right now, as the Cowboys have the ball on the 18-yard line of the Knights and making a pretty impressive drive.
Yeah, piecing together a real good drive, mostly on the ground so far. We'll see when they do decide to put the ball in the air, but like I said, I think they just are content to keep it on the ground, and if they can move the ball, why not do it?
As long as it works.
First down and 10.
Again, multiple players shifting.
Snap comes. This one going to be a quarterback keeper. Did a good job reading that one. Has a couple and eventually dragged down after about a 7-yard gain on the play.
I think Isaiah Zorn was in there on the tackle. It's about a gain of about 7.
They've done a good job moving the ball on first down. We'll see it again. Quarterback keeper did a good job reading the blitz there and was able to hang on to that one and make something out of it. And now going to be set up with a second down and short on the 11-yard line of the Ezekiel Knights. And we do have a play clock. We don't have one on the side that the Cowboys are going towards.
But on the scoreboard, they have a play clock on the other end of the field.
And it's going to be a handoff outside. Has the first down. Tries to fight for the end zone, but it's going to be brought down just short. Going to be a first down and goal for the Cowboys. Cowboys doing a good job getting the ball outside, setting the edge really well on their blocks, and just finding space.
So it's first and goal at about the 3.5-yard line. Cowboys looking very impressive on this drive, just running right at this Ezekiel defense. And successfully, I might add.
Yeah, very successfully. Haven't had a backwards play yet. And I expect we'll probably see it again. Another power run. just going to be who's going to have it. Is it going to be the quarterback or the tailback? Man in motion this time. Snap comes. It's going to be a quarterback keeper all the way. Tries to bounce it outside, and it's going to be a touchdown. Freedom Cowboys.
Excellent blocking there for the Cowboys as they take the end, and it's like they are waving the clock stop here, but I did not see a flag.
The officials discussing something. Not entirely sure what it is just yet.
And they're picking the flag up, waving it away. It's going to be a touchdown.
Not entirely. I didn't even see where the flag came down on the field, to be honest.
It was on the far side of the field.
Maybe they were looking at a possible holding call, but nothing there. And this game is tied at 6. Cowboys looking like they're going to go for 2.
Cowboys offense is on the field. They are going for 2.
Trying to take a 2-point lead here against the Knights. Man in motion again. Snap comes again. It's going to be a quarterback keeper. And Miles Richardson is the first man there, but able to break away from him. But help comes in. Peyton Patchell is right on top of it. I'm sorry, that was Corey Murphy who hit him initially. But when you got back up like Peyton Patchell, you're not too worried if he's able to get away.
2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
We'll take a quick look at that touchdown. The same play they ran on that 2-point conversion, actually. Brought a man in motion, and then it's a quarterback keeper to the other side. Had some good blocking up front and was able to find the end zone. We have a tie game at 6-6 with 7:37 to go here in this first quarter.
Knight's going to get the ball again now.
Now we may see a little more what their normal offense can do.
Absolutely.
But, I mean, if the deep ball is there, why not take it? Matty Spackman had a fantastic game last week against the Evangel Lightning. So if he's going to be there, why not use him?
And they are keying on Corey Murphy in this Knights running offense. And if they do that, somebody's going to be open over the top.
Absolutely. And when you have guys like Brendan Tormey, Bradley Baumgartner, and Matty Spackman, when they get lined up one-on-one, somebody is going to be open. It's just a matter of if Peyton Leach can find them.
Cowboys about to kick it away. Excellent answer for those Cowboys as they're determined to stay in this one.
Yeah, no, I don't expect them to go away easily at all, that is for sure. Knights get set to try and respond. And it is Jakyle Sims
away
deep, and he might get a chance at this one, and it's just going to roll into the end zone.
Again.
And the Knights setting back up on their own 25. Last time out, one play, 75-yard bomb to Matty Spackman that gave the Knights the lead.
And this game is already interesting as it's a tie game with 7 minutes and 31 seconds left in the first quarter.
This time you got 2 speedsters in Bradley Baumgartner and Matty Spackman. Baumgartner in the slot. Murphy in the backfield with Leach. Snap comes. It's going to be a handoff. Corey Murphy gets stopped quickly and he dropped the ball.
Was not able to get ahead of steam because he was definitely juggling that ball as he was going through the the line there.
He did a good job to even just pick it back up.
2nd and 11 now for the Knights.
Loss of 1 on that fumble. That was a lot of what we saw last time from the Cowboys. A lot of heavy pressure, but they're giving a big cushion to Matty Spackman and Bradley Baumgartner. Snap comes, pressure, and he's going to fire this one to Baumgartner just too far outside. I think the coach saw that soft coverage too and wanted to go underneath, but
Absolutely.
just not quite an accurate enough ball from this quarterback.
So it's going to be 3rd and long for the Knights.
If they were able to find that one, though, Bradley Baumgartner had a ton of space. Definitely had enough for the first down.
And he has the speed to take it to the house as well. As the Knights not trying to go over the top that time, they're taking the underneath.
Again, a big cushion. Maybe doesn't look quite as nice for the Knights because it is a 4th down, and that's going to be a fall, or 3rd down rather. That's going to be a false start against Ezekiel. And that's going to make a 3rd down and long even longer now. 3rd down and 16 upcoming for the Knights.
It's a 3rd down, and to get a first, the Knights need to get to Dothan.
No safety though for the the Cowboys rather. Snap comes. Leach going to fire to Spackman, able to bring it down, but he's got a long way to go, and he's going to get back to maybe the original line of scrimmage. And it looks like the Knights going to bring on the punt team now.
Successful stop by this Freedom Cowboys defense. They are tough and they are disciplined.
They're going to try and give their offense a chance to go out and take the lead now.
Senior quarterback Peyton Leach is going to kick it away here.
And he's going to kick it to his opposing quarterback, the junior Oliver Johnson. And that is a high kick, a great kick from Leach. Going to take an Ezekiel bounce and another great
Still
bounce.
bouncing.
That's a big kick from Peyton Leach. Going to set the Cowboys up on their own 21-yard line. A good stop for the Freedom Cowboys defense. We'll see if the Knights can match that. We'll take a quick look at one of our sponsors while we have just a moment. We've got Zap Pest Control, your hometown company serving your needs in the River region for termite and pest control. Visit zappestcontrol.com or call 334-244-7778. And the Cowboys set to take the ball again. 2nd time in this game. 6:01 to go in this 1st quarter. Tie game at 6. We'll see if the Knights can go out and get a stop of their own. Snap comes. It's going to be a pitch out to the far side, and the Knights do a good job to contain it. Peyton Patchell was the first one there, and then he had a little bit of help, looked like from Elijah Ward that time.
Up 3 yards on that one. It's going to be 2nd down as Peyton Patchell gets a handful of jersey and kind of hangs on there, kind of out of position there a little bit, but he holds on for long enough for the rest of the defense to catch up.
Knights defense really been the backbone of this team, along with Corey Murphy. A lot of good players on that defensive side of the ball. Names we've already called, like Peyton Patchell, Miles Richardson. Richardson not on the field for this one. Man in motion. It's going to be a quarterback keeper to the outside. Brendan Tormey's right in his face, though, and he goes nowhere. Maybe a gain of about 2 or 3.
Like he gets about 3 more yards there. It's going to be 3rd down and short for these Cowboys as the rushing attack is working for the Cowboys.
That was a good 2nd effort by the quarterback that time. Got hit by Brendan Tormey initially, but was able to bounce away. Cavalry did come in for the Knights and were able to get a stop. 3rd down for the Cowboys. Shotgun formation. We'll see if they draw up here.
Miles Richardson is back in the game.
4 seconds to go, and it's going to be a delay of game. And that's going to make the 3rd down a little bit longer now.
The play clock is behind.
Yeah, that's always going to be tough for whoever's going from our right to our left. 3rd down and 8 now.
In the 4th quarter, they will be facing the play clock.
If this game goes competitive all the way down there, I'm sure they will definitely appreciate having that. But the delay game backs them up 5 yards. 3rd down and 8 now upcoming. A little bit tougher for them.
Knights looking to make a stop on this one as an early down.
And only 4 seconds to go here on this play as well. They do get the snap off. Pressure coming. Quarterback forced to throw, and it's intercepted. The Knights get the interception, and they will take over possession well into Freedom Cowboys territory. That ball was tipped as it was thrown. And we'll watch that again on the replay.
I believe that was Isaiah Zorn got in there.
Yeah, he knocked it loose initially, and I think it was Jack Helms came down with the interception, and the Knights now poised to take the lead. Like we said, the Knights defense has been the backbone of this team, and now they've set up their offense with a fantastic opportunity to try and go out there and take a lead.
That was a big down early for the Knights defense, and they answered.
Snap, Leach drops back, looks to throw. Pressure comes quickly, fires to Brendan Tormey. That one's too far outside, and it's going to fall incomplete. Pressure came very quickly off the edge.
Torme was open on that far side over there, but it was just a little bit of a miscommunication as Torme ran to the inside against the defender.
It looked like he was trying to hit him farther towards that outside pylon, rather.
Exactly. Had they been on the same page, Torme may still have been running.
And that's always a good play call. You know, that's probably one of the better play calls in most, you know, teams' books when they have a big tight end who can catch the ball. Throw him the 50-50 ball to the corner and see what happens. This time, outside,
pitch
and
out.
that one's incomplete.
Quick hitter to the outside for Corey Murphy, just missed on that exchange.
Peyton Leach just maybe a little bit out of rhythm here early on, maybe just trying to get him going, and now it looks like the Knights are going to go in the Wildcat with just their personnel group out there. Miles Richardson checks on for this offensive play.
There's quite a number of big bodies out there, so we're going to see what they draw up here.
Yeah, this makes Corey Murphy taking it out of the Wild Knight. I imagine we'll see Richardson come in motion, and here he comes. And it's going to be Murphy up the middle, and he gets shoelace tackled.
Gain of only about 2.
A 3rd down and 9 for the Knights.
It is 4th down.
Or 4th down, I'm sorry.
And it looks like the Knights are in field position now that they don't want to give up, and they're going to go for it here at the 19-yard line of the Freedom Cowboys.
I think I like the play call of that first play. Hang one up there to your big tight end. He's lined up in the slot. We'll see what he does. Keep an eye on the big number 12 right here, Brendan Torme. Snap comes, and they do fire it to him. He's able to hang on to it, and it's going to be a touchdown. Brendan Torme, great hands, and the Knights find the end zone.
The predictive skills of Ben Baumgartner. He called that play. It wasn't exactly a jump ball, but that was a successful pass play out in the flat to Torme.
It looked like he and I believe it was Matty Spackman, they almost collided and nearly forced an incompletion, but
and on the replay there, you can see that he almost dropped that ball.
Great job, though.
I believe the defenders froze because they thought he was going to drop it.
And the Knights retake the lead, going to go for 2 here.
Corey Murphy in the Wild Knight.
Miles Richardson in the left, not going to bring him in motion, and it's going to be close. No good. Good stand by the Cowboys. The Knights passing game working well, but just yet to get the ground game going. But defense go out there, they got the turnover, and then the offense said thank you very much. We'll take it from here. It was a couple of incomplete passes. We'll see the interception again real quick, taken by Jack Helms.
Just
knocked as he threw.
The Knights in the middle of the Cowboys offensive line.
And you can see the Cowboys trying to strip that one away from Helms, but unsuccessfully. And then the touchdown pass to Brendan Torme finished off what looked like it was going to be a stalling drive for the Knights, but they were able to turn it around and get 6 on the board. 3:07 to go here in the first quarter. Knights and the Cowboys battling this one out early.
2 successful drives, 2 unsuccessful possessions as the Knights punt and the Cowboys had a turnover. But analysis for this one, all I can see here is a heavyweight fight. These guys are duking it out. 2 good teams.
Knights currently leading on the turnover battle. We'll see.
In the middle.
That's a high bouncing ball, and the Knights nearly able to get there. Elijah Ward, great job putting a hit on the receiver.
Very favorable spot on that one as
they're going to get this one up near the 40.
About the 37-yard line, and they're going to start again. They've been doing extremely well with the run game. I'm not sure what possessed them to want to pass it.
Well, and I think one thing was, too, they had that delay of game because they can't see the play clock on the backside.
The play clock is behind.
It was a 3rd down and short. It's turned into a 3rd down and medium to long. And like I said, I just don't think they're going to want to throw the ball if they don't have to. The quarterback this time does turn around to see the play clock. Snap comes. It's going to be a quarterback keeper up the middle, and he gets wrapped up. Brendan Torme able to bring him down.
He nearly gets a first down there. It's 9 on that play as a very successful option.
They're going to give him a first down there. That was very close.
And they
It's
are
going to be
on
a
top of the
called
ball
first
quickly.
down. Snap comes. This is going to be a quarterback keeper
Another
again.
keeper.
Has a hole up the middle. And a good open field tackle. Peyton Leach, the man to get there. Jakyle Sims had his hands around his ankles and
Another
slowed him up.
chunk play there, 15 yards on that one for the first down, and they are right on top of the ball again.
Yeah, the Patriots early went more outside with their running game. Now they're trying to find it up the middle. Snap comes, quarterback keeper
Same
again.
exact play.
And he has a little more space to run, eventually wrapped up out of bounds. Jakyle Sims, the man. I'm sorry, that was Elijah Ward who made the tackle on the outside.
Third play in a row, and
That
it's
offensive
like
line.
Miles Richardson is trying to tell somebody, trying to tell something. Somebody.
Yeah.
They're going to. Looks like they're going to change their defense a little bit to a 4-man front to see if they can do something with this rushing attack.
Well, you notice that they haven't ran to the big number 1 side yet.
Absolutely,
And that's
and they're not
obviously going to be
running
by
to that
design.
side. Now they run to that side.
They're going to try and bounce that outside, and there's going to be a holding call. Peyton Leach was the man flying in there. 2 flags flying. I think that's going to be a hold against Peyton Leach. Looked like somebody had a handful of jersey.
Wasn't an effective hold as Peyton Leach makes the tackle.
2 flags did fly in. I'm not entirely sure if they're for the same foul, and it will be a hold. And that's going to be a replay of first down. So that's going to be, I believe, a spot of the foul, and it was right near the line of scrimmage. So it's going to be a first down and 20 upcoming now. Now, we'll see what they do now in a little bit more of a hole. Only first down, so I imagine we'll see again the ground game working for the Freedom Cowboys. But we'll see what they do when they have to put the ball in the air. We saw one play last time, only 1 pass, and it was intercepted. We'll see if the Knights can bring some pressure here. Snap comes, it's a handoff up the middle, and he gets back to the original line of scrimmage and maybe a little bit more.
A chunk play on every offensive play for the Freedom Cowboys.
Yeah, the Knights just not able to get a push on that offensive line. Good handoff up the middle. Did a good job setting the edge and forcing the guys outside. Good patient running. Second down and 9. Clock continues to go as we get down towards a minute to go in this first quarter. Snap comes, a little bit of a high one, handoff, and that's a better tackle. That time Peyton Leach got hands on, or I'm sorry, that was Sam Brown, and then Peyton Patch will connect on that tackle.
So it's going to be 3rd and 7. Timeout, Freedom Cowboys.
And I wonder if they're,
or no, timeout Ezekiel.
Yeah, it was Ezekiel's timeout. 48 seconds to go here in this first quarter. We'll take a quick look at one of our sponsors while we have a moment. We've got Nancy's Italian Ice, a fun new place to cool down and sweeten up in East Montgomery. Serving up to 16 flavors of Italian ice daily, as well as delicious gelato and sweet bakery treats. Located at 7976 Vaughn Road, next to Winn-Dixie at Taylor and Vaughn. Also, we have Stone Martin Builders, building neighborhoods that will last for generations, providing a team of professionals whose goal is to exceed the home buyers' expectations, guiding them from start to finish. New communities being built now throughout central Alabama and the Montgomery area. I'll tell you what, Darryl, I see quite a lot of the Stone Martin Builders signs laid out across Wetumpka especially.
If you drive down Taylor Road in Montgomery, you will see enough Stone Martin Builders signs. There's one every 60 feet or so, and they are definitely building a better place for you to live. Stone Martin Builders.
3rd down and 7. Freedom Cowboys trying to convert here. I imagine they'll go for 2 downs here, though.
7 yards to go, though, and they've been very successful.
Comes, quarterback drops the throw, fires one towards the corner of the end zone, and a flag flies in. That's going to be pass interference. Some would argue that ball maybe was uncatchable.
Way over the head of the receiver and the defender, but it was definitely pass interference as they collided.
And they are going to walk that one off for pass interference.
15 yards for pass interference.
Going to bring up a first down and goal.
It's just like another chunk play for the Cowboys as the Knights on an island
Actually, not a first down and goal. It's going to be a first down and 10. Yeah, we'll watch that one again on the replay. Definitely pass interference, but that ball was pretty well thrown out of bounds.
Again, single coverage on the wide receiver at the bottom of the screen on this side.
Snap comes, man,
Inside
handoff,
handoff, but
fakes,
not-
and now it's going to be the quarterback keeper. Ran into his own guy there, and that brought him down more than the Knights did. Going to be a second down and 6 to go.
Still 4 yards on that play. It's successful running plays every time for the Freedom Cowboys.
Yeah, very rarely going backwards. The only time they've gone backwards is on self-inflicted penalties.
Absolutely.
19 seconds to go, likely going to be the last play of the quarter.